Hello class 9. In my previous video I discussed with you quality of population and what role is played by health in raising the quality of population, because we all know that quality of population ultimately decides the growth rate of the country. So as we have already discussed, and you might have read the story of Sakal and Vilas, and in that story what you read that Sakal went to school and Vilas did not. Sakal was physically strong and healthy, and he did not need to visit the doctor frequently. But Vilas was a patient of arthritis, and he lost his father when he was very young, and he lacked the means to visit the doctor. So in this way what we have to say that education and health is necessary, that everyone needs. And he lacked, but Vilas, he lacked the means to visit the doctor. Sakal got a degree in computer, and Sakal found a job in the private firm. Then Sakal got education, and later on, after completion of a vocational course in computer, he got a job in a private firm. While Vilas could not continue or take up education, or neither he could improve his skill, so he continued with the same work as his mother and earned a very small income like his mother to support a family, and the income was not enough. So in the case of Sakal, several years of education added to the quality of labor. And not only for Sakal, in everyone's life, if children are given education in their early ages or early stages of life, then it will certainly add or improves the quality of labor. Or when the person will reach to the age where he will start working, in that age the quality of his labor will increase and will make him able to earn more. So this enhanced his total productivity, and total productivity which adds to the growth of the economy, and this in turn pays an individual through more salary or some other form of the choice. So in case of Vilas, there could not be any education, because Vilas did not get any education and no healthcare facilities in the early part of his life, and he spends his life selling fish, and like his parents or like his mother, and he draws the same salary like them, and he remained unskilled labor as his mother. So in this way what I am trying to say that, or what this story or this chapter is trying to say, that education and health is necessary factor which improves the quality of the labor, or which increases the productivity of the labor, and more productivity will help the person to have a better life and get more salary, and in this way some other form also he can get from the work, and in this way the quality of the life and more skill will make the person more able and more comfortable life he would have in future. So investment in human resource is necessary, or it can be done through education and medical care, and can give high rates of return in the future. So this investment in land and capital, this is same like that we invest our money in land and capital. Why we invest in land and capital? So that in future we will get more return or profit, and the price of those land and capital will increase, and we will get more profit in future. Same is the case with investment on children also. When we invest on their education and health, when they will become young, and the age when they would start some work, then with their higher and more productivity and more skill, they would get a better opportunity, more opportunity and better salary, and in this way more income will increase, or income of the family will increase. So a child too with investment made on her education and health can yield or bring high return in the future in forms of higher earnings and greater contribution to society. So educated parents, in this way what we have seen, that educated parents, they are more conscious, they are found to invest more. So they invest more, they spend more on the education of their child. This is because they have realized, means educated parents, they know, they have realized the importance of education, and they are also conscious of proper nutrition and hygiene. So they provide proper nutrition and hygiene to their child. They accordingly look after their children's need for education at school and good health. So in this way a virtuous cycle is created. So what is virtuous cycle? In which the quality of the labor or everything is moving in positive direction, and everything or the life of the people is improving. So a virtuous cycle is thus created in the case of or by educated parents. In contrast, a vicious cycle is created by disadvantaged or uneducated parents, those who have never been to a school, those who have no knowledge about the importance of education. So they never give up, or they never try to give all the proper environment and education and health facilities to their children, and so they keep their children also in disadvantaged state, and the quality of the labor or the person or the children never improves, and they live a very poor life like their children. So countries like Japan have invested in human resource, and due to that the education and health of the people have made efficient use of the existing resources in the country, and then the country became rich and developed. So what I am trying to say, that health also plays a very important role in improving the quality of the people, and health is the most important factor, because we know that healthy mind lives in a healthy body, or health is wealth. These are the popular sayings that we have read and keep on learning and telling time and again. So health of a person helps him to realize his potential and the ability to fight illness, and an unhealthy person, they becomes a liability for an organization or the workplace wherever they work or they are engaged. So health is the most indispensable factor for anybody's life, and henceforth improvement in health is required, or it is always been the priority of the government. And our national policy in India also aimed at improving the accessibility of health care among the masses, or among the by the citizen, family welfare and nutritional service with a special focus on underprivileged segment of population. So over the last 5 decades, what we have seen, that India has built up, or it has improved or made sound health infrastructure, and many provisions or manpower required at primary, secondary and tertiary care in government as well as in private sector. And these measures adopted have increased because of the improved health infrastructure by the government or by the private sector, have increased the life expectancy to over 64 years. What is life expectancy? Life expectancy is the expected length of life that a person is going to live, which is decided or which is said or calculated or at the time of the birth, and it is told or it is said on the basis of the health infrastructure that is present in a country. So what we see that in 2000 the life expectancy of India was only 64 years, but now in 2020 it has gone up, and the expected length of life of a person in India due to improved infrastructure has increased. Infant mortality rate has also come down due to the improved health infrastructure, which was 147 in 1951, which has come down to 75 in 2000, and now it is 47 in 1000 live birth. So due to this improvement in health infrastructure, these changes have occurred. Crude birth rates have also dropped, which was 26.1 and death rate to 8.7 within the same duration of time. So increase in life expectancy and improvement in childcare are useful and in assessing the future progress of the country, in knowing that how the country will progress and whether and what type of progress we are going to have in our country in future. So increase in longevity of life is an indicator of good quality. Means if the length of life has increased, it shows or it indicates that the health infrastructure is improving and good quality of life marked by self-confidence we are having or we are providing to our citizens. So reduction in infant mortality involves the protection of children from infection or infectious disease, ensuring nutrition among to them along with their mother, and child care provisions are also being made. So today I am just concluding my lecture. In next video lecture I will tell you about some more facts I will discuss with you related to health and the national health policy of the government, and then we will move to the next topic, which is unemployment. Thank you.